These projects, they probably look like they happen pretty quickly, but the reality is there's incredible amount of work and time and effort and so many people's involvement to even bring us to today. And 3 years from now, you'll see the fruits of all of that labor when in 2028 we have opening day out here on the Las Vegas Strip. It's an epic moment for our 124-year-old franchise. But it wouldn't be right unless I could thank a number of the people for whom, without their involvement, we absolutely would not be here today. First I'd like to thank my partner, Sandy Dean, who many of you know, who's been tirelessly working on this for the last 20 years with me. And I also want to thank Mark Bedane. Incredibly fortunate to have Mark now leading our organization. And Mark, thank you for everything. When I had the opportunity to walk the halls of the Capitol in Carson City and visit with so many politicians, government officials there, and walk into their offices and see pictures of the Detroit Tigers, in the case of my friend Steve Yeager, and see go into Nicole Canizzaro's room or office and have her show me a picture of her wedding cake, which had her team on one side of the cake and her husband's team on the other. I really got a sense that baseball is something that Nevadans love, and that gave me tremendous confidence in thinking about what the future for us could be here in Las Vegas. I want to just give special thanks to the governor, Joe Lombardo, who was absolutely unwavering in his support. In one of our fairly early meetings, we went into we sat down, we talked about what we were going to try and be able to achieve here. We shook hands, and that was really all it took. He then went to work and helped make this happen. So to you, Governor, thank you. Also incredibly important to this effort was Jim Gibson. Jim, at the time, was the head of the Clark County Commissioner's Office, and looked at me and said, "Hey, I love baseball. I know that this is great for Las Vegas. We're going to make this happen." Jim, thank you. And Steve Hill and his team at the LVCVA have just been incredible supporters. Steve is not always the easiest. We would meet with him in his office, and he looked us in the eye and said, "Are you really going to do this?" And and he described exactly where we were going to end up today. And he has been an incredible man of his word and incredibly consistent and strong supporter of what we've been able to achieve today. So thank you, Steve. To my friends and my family, who are over there, who've had to, I don't want to use the word suffer, because suffer is negative. What's the positive? Enjoyed the process that we've been through to get us where we are today. Thank you. I love you guys. And I absolutely would positively not be here today if it wasn't for my great partner, Lou Wolf. Lou's here from LA, and Lou brought me into the A's in 2005, and we've been incredible partners ever since. He's here with his son Keith, who's been very much an important advisor in how we've created this ballpark behind us, or that we're on, actually. So thank you guys very much for being here. There are going to be thousands of people on this site in short order. And you know, none of that would have happened without the strong support of the union. So buildings and trades, culinary, Unite, so many of you guys who are here today, you know, thank you so much for making this all possible. Thank you to you, MB. You know, this site is part of a much larger project. The project is going to have a tremendous Bally's resort on it. And so I just want to give our special thanks to Soo Kim, who's not here today. Unfortunately, he's traveling, and his team at Bally's, to Brandon Moore, who is here today. Thank you, Brandon. And to his boss, Peter Carlino, and GLPI. You know, thanks for believing in us from the very beginning and making this happen. You know, I don't want to get too emotional here when I talk about the commissioner of baseball, but when I sat down with the commissioner and he said, "Hey, we're going to make this happen," you know, he never wavered. And it's not always an easy job to be the commissioner of 30 owners, all of whom, you know, want something special on any given day. But to Commissioner Manfred, who looked at what we were building here and knew that this was the right thing for baseball, and then set about making sure that all 30 owners, or all 29, he knew he had my vote, that all 29 were going to support this. Yeah, thank you, Rob. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but you know, we lost one of the greatest Oakland Athletics ball players to ever play, and that was Rickey Henderson. And Rickey was here just a short time ago when we had the implosion on this site. Sat in the back behind, you know, 500 people watching that event, totally unassuming. No one knew who he was. But those people that understood baseball and recognized him, you know, knew that they were in the presence of genius and really greatness. And so, you know, we've dedicated this season, but I think we can think that we're really dedicating, you know, so much about where we are today to our great Rickey Henderson. So we miss him.